Okay, here we go. We're going to start all over. Make you a template before you run a sheet of plywood trying to figure this all out. See, I wanted to make sure my plywood went under the edge of this. So, it's bouncing, traveling and everything, so I don't want this bouncing loose. And same thing in the back. I'm going to make sure that it goes up under here, see? And so I had to do it like a puzzle. I didn't want to just cut it. You cut it out and set it down in there. I could have done that and done it in one piece. All right, but I wouldn't have been comfortable with it. Okay. I'm afraid of it coming loose. All right, back to this. Now, all right, we got this board in and our seat goes on top of this eventually. Now, watch this. All right, here we go. I don't know how good you can see this. Now, gotta scoot it back past this stringer. And then pull it over, work it around, and get it, see, bam. It's up under here about 1.5 inches. Okay, the back of it, I'm gonna glass this in. But there's at least probably 1.5 inches, 2 inches of wood underneath this. See all these screw holes? Look at this. All these screw holes, fish finders and all kind of crap mounted. That's what rots your board, folks. And water runs over the bow and it runs in there. Even with screws in there, you can take a chance getting water in there and getting to your wood. Okay, no more of this. What I'm going to do, when I get this all down, glassed in, okay, I'm going to put a little riser on this here. And I may do it out of plastic. Okay, and I'm going to put a little riser here, a little shelf on top here to mount my sonar and stuff to. Okay, but there's going to be a layer of plywood, a layer of fiberglass between that and my shelf. Okay, so when I screw my stuff back down, it don't go through and get my plywood rotten anymore. So I'm going to explore some plastic, some kind of little plastic stuff to do that with, so it don't rot, period. Okay, over here to the other side. This is not a quick job, folks. If you're in a hurry, forget about it. Just forget about it. Now, here we go. I had to cut a little, there's some kind of little something, maybe a brace up in here. But I had to cut that out. But now, here you go. And there's a certain order this goes in. Squeeze it, see, this has got to go underneath here. And it won't go all the way under. But you gotta mess around. And eventually, there we go. Now, this is up under here 1 inch, at least 1 inch, 1.5 inches. Now, like I said, I'm gonna saturate all this plywood with the big coat of resin. And when it gets tacky, when you're using epoxy resin, here's a tip. You make sure you ain't got nothing else to do when you start with this. Okay, because when this gets tacky, when you put your cloth on here, you put your resin, put your cloth, and you know you got a good soaked cloth on here. When it gets tacky, okay, that's when you put your second layer on. If you let the epoxy resin dry, then you gotta sand it all off. Sand it down, rough it up to make sure you get a good solid adhesion to one another. Okay, so make sure, just make it sticky and then lay another one down. Now, how do I know all this? I've watched the Blue Million videos and they've all been experts. Well, not all of them. Guys like me, I watched a couple now. Here's the third piece of the puzzle. And one thing about using this fiberglass, this wood, it is a little bit flexible. And you can manipulate it a little bit. Bam, there we go. Now, I just adjust it a little bit, get it where I want it, and get it squared, pretty square. And get things even. Now, in between all these joints, there's going to be fiberglass cloth and resin. Okay, now, and I'm going to use this stuff again in here. But I'm going to put glass and cloth here. But to finish this off, to grind it down flat, where it's all even, I'm going to I'm going to finish it up with the Bondo fiberglass. Don't be afraid of the word Bondo, okay? It ain't Bondo, you know what I mean? So, there it is, folks. Now, y'all got a lot of fiberglass work to go. But like I said, that'll hold a big old fat man. So, I did not want to put wood back in this, but hey, that's where I'm at. I'm not paying $600 for this little section of floor just to use Coosa and have it sent to me. Ain't gonna happen. If this lasts 30 years, I'm 66, I'll be long gone anyway. Now, see this here? So I'm gonna use that fiberglass gel in there. Okay, don't want no low spots or no air pockets in it. Alright, folks, that's all I got for tonight. God bless you. Jesus loves you.